miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the New York Giants. Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. You talk about this Giant defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Stafford, he's going to change things up. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterbury. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And this one's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dart. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Ready? Blue 60.
Here's Stafford. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Here we go now on first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it. Touchdown! Tutu Atwell. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing his dart. A throw right side caught by Neighbors. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. The Giants had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, sir.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Given 9 yards on the second down screen play.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. To the air, Dart. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Terrence Ferguson, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Dart. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. You talk about this Rams defense. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
19 Lion. Let's go.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, Matthew Hayball on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Calling out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun, Stafford. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants.
Now they'll change things up. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Dart. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. 2nd and 15. To throw now, Dart. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing, dart. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
21.
Back to throw. Stafford. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there of 22.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run here with Corum. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, as the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. That's caught left side by Neighbors. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 28. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to Scatterboo. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Dart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Giants take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. The point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And probably it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Now Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now a first down carry is Williams. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9.
Stafford now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
180. 50-50.
Now Stafford. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down. To throw is Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Dart. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Rams are going to have it here just past the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Rams.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10, down at the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Dart going to give to Scatterby.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Second and a yard at the Rams' 22-yard line.
Give up the middle, Scatterby. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19.
An inside run to Scatterby.
And his carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Now he'll try to run with this.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Jackson Dart
keeping it himself from 7 yards out.
And the Giants are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Stafford and the Rams come up first and 10.
At their own 42.
He'll throw from the gun.
And his pass incomplete.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football. He's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Waiting. Alert.
Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Blue 50. Omaha, ready, move.
Here's Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Taken in at the 22. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Looking to put a drive together.
Cup 19. Cup 19. No. Track back to 60. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Off the play fake. It's Dart. That's caught downfield by Neighbors.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And the Giants, first down.
Rocco 80.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hut, hut.
1st down. Here's Scatterby.
20! And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Defense really kept him in check running the football in the first half. Maybe that'll be a spark for him here in half 2.
So 2 words come to mind for me. Resilient, because he has to keep bouncing back after some limiting runs. And how about relentless? Keep going, knowing that you may pop one, as he just did there.
Go.
Play fake, and here's Dart.
Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Giants are back within a score.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
22.
2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
250.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they've decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is they looked at where the problems were in the first half, figured out how to shore them up, and have now gone to that part of the playbook that is actually working for them. A few adjustments, a few changes, and really good execution.
Now we'll see if that trend can continue. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Dart. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal.
22.
Throwing is Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Davis Allen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Dart from the gun on third down.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To the air, Dart. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here we go. Panther 60. Panther 70.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Dart looking to throw again.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now Dart. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. An audible here to get a new look. And he's got his man in stride, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now Stafford.
I ain't going to scan downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Out of the gun, Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Only needed a few inches to pick it up and get behind your center and burrow forward like he did.
And remember what the GMs have told us? We build an offensive line starting with our center. The guy who can make all the line calls and also move those big defensive tackles in order to pick up first downs.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down LA. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So no gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
22.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Now Stafford going right back to Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Right after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Dart going to look to throw here. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Giants on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
To throw, Dart.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
180. Double right.
Now it's Stafford. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Hey. Zero.
To throw is Stafford. He'll try and do this himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And once again, it's Scatterboo. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Not exactly sure what went wrong there, but it looked like somebody missed a block.
Yeah, someone missed a block, but someone also did not miss a tackle, because that was just like practice, wasn't it? All that drill work you do to evade blockers and end up making a play, that was on exhibit right there.
On the handoff, this is Scatterboo. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Giants, first down.
Throwing his dart. That's complete to Robinson. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This 2nd and 4. Here's Tracy. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
At the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
And now they'll shift things around.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go.
To throw his dart.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
79 Broncos, 19 Lions.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They go play action with dart.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for L.A., hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.